did not have a full understanding of the things that I was operating in.
Hmm.
And like I said, not that I consciously hurt people, and I don't know if I did,
Yeah.
but I know, like, I, before my brother got sick, after I had no longer been going to the church, um, and I started really digging into uh, what God's word says. And not that I wasn't before, but I guess it was just different. Like, you have different levels of healing, you have different levels of growth, right? And
Probably based on
um,
what you're going through too. You get a
yeah,
different paradigm because of your experiences.
yeah, yeah. And so, I spent a lot of time repenting and just like, God, forgive me. Forgive
Hmm.
me for, even if I didn't do it, in my mind, I did, because I did not have a healthy fear or respect of who God is. I mean, He created He's the creator of the world, right? The whole thing. Like, that is some serious something that you're messing with. And,
Yeah.
you got to be careful. You got to be so careful. That's just, be
Okay.
careful. Be careful.
Yeah. It's funny that. So then the second question or second group of people I'm asking you to address are people that aren't into it or don't feel like uh, it's valid or for today, and you're now you're supposed to encourage those folks towards something. But you just sounded like someone who's like, you sounded like a classic person. Like, I'm not going to presume to act or speak on God's behalf because I know that I've misused it. So what's your encouragement to people that aren't there at all, or do you have one at this point?
Yeah. I think that for those people, get to know who God is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get to know what His word is, who He says He is in His word.
Mm-hmm.
And God's going to show Himself to people the way He wants to show Himself to people. And I'm not saying that spiritual gifts aren't real, because they are. They very much so are.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen them operated in a very healthy way. And um, they are for today,
Mm-hmm.
and they are important. It's just, be careful how you're coming at
Yeah,
it.
that's good. All right, final question.
Okay.
Let's just say, for fun, maybe it's fun for Alex, but not for Ria. Let's say Jesus is in front of you right now, and he says, "Ria, I want to give you, uh, I want to give you a spiritual gift, to because I want you to bless somebody in my name. Uh, and are you willing?" And maybe it's a new one, and whatever the New Testament lists, maybe 25 spiritual gifts. We could probably both rattle them off together. But he said, "Ria, I want you to pick one. I want to give you one, but I want you to pick it. Which one would you pick?" No, Jesus
I
is talking.
wouldn't.
Jesus is talking to you, Ria, not Alex. So uh, you're not in a place where you're comfortable operating a spiritual gift. And
Mm-mm.
what's the place that you're in right now? Then.
Trying to find truth, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember for me, I was done. I don't know if it's a fair comparison, but I was done with church work,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't interested. But when the Lord showed up and reactivated that, I was in a point to where I wanted it, and so
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's a partnership of the season
Mm-hmm.
where if in fact you start doing spiritual gifts again, and Jesus comes to you, that the timing will be like, yeah, I'm ready to do this again, and I'm willing to
Mm-hmm.
take a risk.
Yeah. This whole us leaving Canyon and moving to Kansas. It's good for Alan, but I felt like God's told me, he's like, you can't be who I need you to be here.
Hmm.
You people expect you to be a certain way here, and
Yeah.
you don't know how to not be that person here. And so I don't know why this God always just seems to speak to me really, or I jokingly said to my mom, I said, maybe it's because I'm a stiff necked person, but like it's always the Old Testament that I feel like God like compares different things in my life, and um like he's like, you're like the Israelites, like in the desert,
Hmm.
and he's like, I'm giving you what you need for today, and that's it. Like you can't
Hmm.
look ahead for tomorrow, and you can't look behind, and you can't store it. You just have to do the thing that I put in front of you today.
Hmm.
And the other thing he said was, when you leave Canyon, you need to leave all your idols here.
Hmm. I would think most of your idols, at least how we're talking about it, have been stripped.
Yeah.
So maybe the good news is new location also means a new start. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
which sounds pretty
We'll
good.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But, you know, all these different denominations and all these different things, we're so quick in our own humanness to bash them because of what we think. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know what?
It's
We would,
tribalism.
it
It's just
is.
another form of us versus them. And
Yeah. And it's so stupid because I'm sorry, God's in the Catholic Church no different than he's in the Protestant Church, or
right,
no different than he's in the Baptist Church, or no different than he's in, just
right.
like, why are we so stupid?
Yeah. He's going to unify all things to himself, and we're kicking and screaming the whole way. So.